the graduates please be seated? For those of you who are counting, we'll be awarding about 3,300 degrees today. The class marshals will post their college colors. They will be escorted by members of the executive board of the Student Government Association. Let me introduce the class marshals. They'll take their seats after I've read their names, and I hope you will hold your applause until I've introduced them all. Elizabeth Tessitore, Bouvet College. Oh, it wasn't applause. Elizabeth Tessitore, Bouvet College of Health Sciences, with a grade point average of 3.989. Elena Guy, College of Arts, Media, and Design, grade point average of 3.968. Two representatives of the College of Computer and Information Science, William Johnston, with a grade point average of 3.909, and his companion with a similar grade point average, Christopher Jordan. Aidan Carroll from the College of Engineering, grade point average 3.000. Justin Roberts, College of Science, grade point average 3.978. Brooke Sasson, College of Social Sciences and Humanities, grade point average 3.000. And Michael Charbonneau, DeMoore McKim School of Business, grade point average 3.969. Congratulations. Representatives of the university faculty will now take their places. Alumni representing the class of 1964 and golden graduates will now take their seats. I welcome Alexander Kern, Executive Director of the Center for Spirituality, Dialogue, and Service, to the podium for introduction of the invocation. After the prayer, let us all join in singing the first stanza of the national anthem, led by Renee Christine Pelletier, College of Science, class of 2014.
Please join with Northeastern's spiritual advisors for prayers from our respective traditions. Rabbi Hillel Green, Jewish spiritual advisor, Naila Baloch and Bo Latif Skurich, Muslim advisors, Brother Sam Gunn, Catholic advisor, Harrison Blum, Buddhist advisor, and the Reverend Judith Stewart, Episcopal advisor.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Blessed are you, eternal God, who has given us life, sustained us, and brought us to this joyous time.
Allahumma anta salam wa minka salam wa ilayka ya'udu salam. Tabarakta Rabbana wa ta'alayta ya dhul jalali wal ikram.
O God, you are the source of peace, and from your grace comes peace. And what returns me to you is peace. Blessed are you, our Lord, the most exalted, the owner of majesty and bounty.
Lord and giver of life, fill these your daughters and sons with the confidence which comes from knowing your love and your presence in every situation.
May each of you nurture an awakening mind and an opening heart. May your lives ripple outward from this day with radiance, and may your steps toward truth and love invite others to join you in that goodness.
May these graduates go forth into the world as agents of wisdom, peace, and justice. And may we all be servant leaders from generation to generation. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof
Thank you, Renee. The color guard from the Army ROTC will now post the colors.
Please be seated. Good morning, everyone. I'm Steve Director, Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs. And it's my pleasure to welcome all of you to the Northeastern University's 112th Commencement. On behalf of the faculty and staff of Northeastern University, I want to extend congratulations to the class of 2014. We are delighted to share this momentous occasion with you, your families, and your friends. This is truly a special day, a day that I know our graduates and certainly your families have dreamed of since you first applied for admission to this great university. It's a day to reflect on fond memories of college life. It's a day full of promise as you anticipate your very bright future. It also marks potential fulfilled. Graduates, your discipline and hard work have earned you these honors. Now it's time to celebrate. I hope that all of you truly enjoy this moment in which our community joins together. The members of Northeastern University's faculty feel tremendous pride as they stand with those whom they have taught and recommended for degrees. And to you, our faculty, now we also celebrate the culmination of our labors. By guiding today's graduates to this moment, you have discharged your most crucial commitment, and you've preserved a legacy of knowledge and helped mold and shape the future. So together, let us celebrate these wonderful accomplishments, and together let us look forward to the great accomplishments to come from the class of 2014. It's now my pleasure to introduce the President of Northeastern University, Joseph E. Aoun.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. Well, we can do better. Good morning. Now, if you went to bed last night before 3 o'clock, raise your hand. You'll get your diploma right away. No one raised her hand. Okay, listen. Let me start by welcoming you all, but I would like to acknowledge all the golden graduates who are here with us. They graduated over 50 years ago. Let's give them a big round of applause. It is my privilege to welcome you to Northeastern's 112th commencement exercises. Graduates, this is your moment. We are here to honor your outstanding accomplishments and to celebrate you. Parents, families, friends, spouses, and partners. We are witnessing the fulfillment of dreams, the dreams of our graduates, and new dreams for them. We pay tribute to their labors and to all the labors you have borne to help them. Graduates, please rise and thank your loved ones for their support and sacrifice. Look at them and thank them. You may be seated. Trustees, faculty colleagues, and staff, Today, we reap the rewards of our work as well. I thank you for all you have done to guide these magnificent students. And to our honorary degree recipients, you have inspired us by your example. We are honored to welcome you to the Northeastern family. Graduates, as you know, this year we launched Empower, our campaign to build the Northeastern of tomorrow. It truly has been a time of empowerment, not just for our university, but for you, each one of you too. Remember the day you arrived at Northeastern. You carried infinite potential, and today, that potential becomes accomplishment. You have grown into the brilliant class of strong, empowered women and men in this arena. You did not do it alone. Others have had a hand in empowering you. And I speak from personal experience. When I first came to Boston to begin my graduate education, I was like many of you when you arrived here. I was a stranger in a strange land. Fortunately, at each juncture, there were people, faculty members and friends who helped me. Although I was operating in my third language, the lessons they taught me needed no translation. They taught me that in the American system of higher education, and indeed in America, hard work and merit trump status and seniority. You see, my original plan had been to return to France after graduate school, where my wife and children had remained. I wanted to take a faculty position in Paris. But my time in the US had lifted my eyes to a wider horizon. It made me want more. So when I faced the question of whether to return to the original plan for my future, my mentors and friends helped me weigh the choice. And when I received offers to stay in this country, one of my professors traveled to Paris and talked me through my hopes and especially my worries. He and others encouraged me to seize opportunities because they do not last for long. They advised me not to fear risk because taking risks can lead to great rewards. In many ways, they were encouraging me to reach for the American dream. So I listened. I stepped out of my comfort zone and onto a plane for Los Angeles, where I took my first faculty positions. I changed countries, I changed continents, I changed cultures, and changed the entire course of my life. That is the story of my own journey of empowerment. It wouldn't have happened without the friendship and guidance of the people who helped empower me. My story is not unique. It is also what you have experienced at Northeastern. Graduates, let me ask you to close your eyes for a moment. Please do it. I want you to stop and think about the people who have empowered you at Northeastern. You can open your eyes. They are around you, and there are many. For some of you, they are the professors, advisors, and peers who helped you deepen long-held interests. For others, they are mentors and friends who helped you discover talents you were not even aware of. Their words have been sparks in igniting ideas that now burn in your hearts. Their question have spurred you to shed old beliefs and discover new passions. Their careful nurturing has helped you grow into the fullness of yourselves. Through them, you have become empowered. And in turn, you too have empowered people. As a graduating class, you have devoted thousands of hours collectively to the service of others. You have grown into public health leaders like Julia Kantner. She organized health and wellness efforts here in Boston and in Ecuador. She's here today, graduating with you. You want to give her a round of applause? Please do. You have used your skills for the common good, like Clevis Jarda and Laura Mule Sopard, who served our nation in the White House. They are also graduating with you. And you have absorbed the lessons of success and failure, like Max Kay here, and the entrepreneurs of IDEA, our student-run venture accelerator. Many of you have been impacted by them. Let's recognize them. You also have given voice to the voiceless, like Caitlin Candy, president of Northeastern Engineers Without Borders. Do it, absolutely. What Caitlin has done is to become a global social entrepreneur through her work with communities in Uganda, South Africa, and Nicaragua. Students like you have brought to life the most profound kind of empowerment of all. You have empowered the world. Class of 2014, you have done so much. And this is the ultimate lesson about your journeys of empowerment. When we empower the world and each other, we ultimately empower ourselves. As you leave Northeastern and step even more fully into the world, the opportunities to empower others will only grow larger. Consider the great things left undone: the redemption of our natural environment, the resolution of poverty and injustice, the quest for greater peace in our time. So much music remains unwritten. So much art remains uncreated. So many mysteries of humanity, nature, and the cosmos remain unsolved. One day, they will be solved, because you will solve them. Scores of people have empowered you at Northeastern. Now it is your turn. Today is the start of the next stage in your empowerment journey. The journey will open in countless directions. And let me tell you, some will be dead ends, but others will rise to the highest summits. And as long as you remain oriented toward empowering others, the road before you will stretch into a dazzling horizon. A few minutes ago, I asked you to call to mind the people who empowered you at Northeastern. Now, I ask you to imagine the people you will empower with the knowledge and skills you have gained here. Retain that image. Carry it with you and make it real. You are envisioning your own destiny. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
It's now with great pleasure that I introduce our student speaker, Emily Izzo. As an international affairs and cultural anthropology major, Emily embraced Northeastern's commitment to global education. She studied in St. Petersburg, Russia, and worked on education issues in Northern Ireland. Here in Boston, she worked on criminal investigations at the Office of Attorney General of Massachusetts. She pursued her environmental studies minor working at the Massachusetts Clean Energy Center, where she researched renewable energy technologies and administered funds for active projects. A Dean's Scholarship recipient, Emily is focusing next on work in the field of clean energy. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the class of 2014 student speaker, Emily Izzo.
Wow. Good morning, everybody. We made it. Good morning and welcome. Thank you, President Daoun, distinguished faculty, families, and fellow graduates. When I was a little girl, my father used to tell me all of these wonderful stories about his life, all the people he'd met, the places he'd been, from motorbiking through Scotland to this one time when I was a gravedigger. Fantastic stuff. And I knew, with all the certainty of a 5-year-old, that each one of those stories was 100% true. More than that, I decided that above all, I wanted to one day be able to tell stories of my own, stories which would sound just as incredible, just as unlikely, but each of which would just be as unique, vivid, and true as my father's. That desire is what drove me to choose Northeastern, a school where the limits have been practically boundless, spanning continents, cultures, and disciplines in ways I had once only imagined. We've all accomplished a great deal during our time here, but I think the most important lesson was one we all shared. Simply, growing up. For me, it happened when I was overseas on my first co-op, studying, living, and working independently for the first time in my life. Perhaps for you, that moment came when going on your first job interview, or learning to budget your time as well as your wallet, or sharing your space with strangers for the first time. But the growth and self-discovery that we did here wasn't just limited to those giant moments and aha moments. Sometime during in-class debates, late nights in the architecture studio, or early mornings in Merino, each of us also learned how to prioritize, to motivate ourselves, to learn from those around us, and to live absolutely inspired to do everything of which we are capable. And we will certainly require every ounce of that spirit, determination that we have gained during our time here. Because when we walk out these doors today, we will finally be able to say that we are truly members of an elite group. Not only alumni of Northeastern University, but also some of the most privileged young people on earth to be holding university diplomas at a time when the vast majority of people our age cannot. We owe it to everyone out there who didn't have this opportunity and does not hold our advantage to use this gift and strive to better our worlds, not only for ourselves and the people we love, but also for the untold billions we'll never know. We are ready. We are ready to use our knowledge, to use our experience, and to use all the tools that we have developed here to move the earth in every way possible. We were not afforded this gift by our parents, our mentors, or ourselves to simply step into jobs or the next phase of education placidly. But even my dad, the man who told me all those wonderful stories all those years ago, didn't know exactly where he was going. But my mom did, always has, I think, and she made sure that from my infancy, I knew not only that I could go anywhere, but that my future was absolutely in my own hands. Today, standing in front of you all, I can say with certainty that that goes for every last one of us. We have the drive. We've proven it. We made the sacrifices. We gave classes our all, and as of today, we've done what we came here to do. But now the next steps lie before us, and it is time to give the world our all. Thanks to co-op, most of us have already been out there to some degree and gained an understanding of what we can each contribute to it. All the doubts and hardships and reservations that each of us experienced throughout our journey here, let's work to erase that for those who will come after us. Today it is our turn to step up and make the most out of everything we've gained here, because what we have accomplished here means nothing if we do not dedicate ourselves to solving all the global issues we've studied so diligently, for some perhaps railed against so passionately for the last 4 or 5 years. As I've gotten to know the class of 2014 better and better, I am confident that odds are One of us will help cure someone's cancer. One of us will work to end wars. One of us will build sustainable cities. These things seemed impossible just a scant 4 or 5 years ago. But now, having known you all and the esteemed professors, leaders, and mentors from whose collective experience we've all benefited, I feel assured that every problem does have a solution, that every stalemate is eventually broken, and that above all, people, with their myriad viewpoints, quirks, crazy pipe dreams, and newfangled theories are those solutions. So listen to each other's stories. Do not fear what is foreign, and above all, push your horizons out farther than ever before. I know we've all pushed ourselves hard, sometimes beyond belief. Capstone semester, for instance. But I'm also confident that even as we leave here, leave our professors, our roommates, Club Snell, this campus that has been our home for the last time today, we will continue to push. And fellow graduates, we are going to tell one heck of a story. Congratulations.
I don't mean to embarrass Emily, but she told me just before this morning's ceremony that she was going to try and keep the fact that she was giving the commencement speech secret from her parents. She did tell them before, and I know that they're very proud. So let's thank Emily one more time for her. It's now my pleasure to introduce Mohammed Kareem Sabedin. Mohammed is chair of the senior class gift drive. He's an active student leader who showed tremendous spirit and drive in rallying your class. A business administration major, he has been a member of the Finance and Investment Club and the International Business Club. He was also selected to become a member of the Huntington 100, a group of the 100 most influential students. Following graduation, he plans to pursue a career in business. Please join me in welcoming Mohammed Kareem Sabedin.
Congratulations, class of 2014. It was a tremendous pleasure for me to serve as this year's chair of the Senior Gift Drive Committee. Being a member of this committee has been one of the greatest honors. I've had the opportunity to engage with my fellow students, participate with the university, and hopefully inspire and motivate people to further invest in this institution. Your donations will help to shape the Northeastern of tomorrow. Your donations targeted to the areas of this university that you love are already shifting this entire institution. My biggest challenge was engaging you, but I can proudly say that we had a participation from 60% of our class this year. This truly indicates that our class is on its way to becoming active and engaged alumni. Class of 2014, I came into this expecting a daunting challenge. What I encountered was quite the opposite. I saw compassion, excitement, pride, and love for Northeastern. Class of 2014, you have answered the challenge and earnestly supported this university. You have not only changed my heart, you have changed Northeastern. And with that, I would like to present this check of over $35,000 to President Owen. We did it!
Thank you very much to the class of 2014, and thank you, Mohammed. Our alumni are an important members of the Northeastern family. And I have the pleasure of introducing Ryan Dunleavy, President of the Young Alumni Board. Please join me in welcoming him to the podium.
It is my privilege to welcome the class of 2014 to Husky Nation, a network of more than 217,000 Northeastern University alumni, spread across this great country and around the world. Today you join a unique group of innovative, influential, and motivated leaders who have blazed a trail before you. We are honored to have some of these alumni joining us today. Representing our entire alumni community are members of the 50th reunion class of 1964 and other fellow Golden graduates who are joining us for a portion of today's celebration. Golden grads, would you please stand? I present to you the newest class of alumni. To the class of 2014, we are truly excited about what the future holds for you. You are Northeastern. We have faith in your abilities and wish you all great success. Stay involved, keep in touch, and tap into the network of fellow Northeastern graduates. Now, if you would all join me for our traditional pinning ceremony, and please welcome senior Melissa Dunbar to the podium. Melissa, who today is receiving her Bachelor of Science in Behavioral Neuroscience from the College of Science, is also the president of the Student Alumni Association and a member of the Senior Gift Committee. Class of 2014, please remove the pin from your card and place it on the fellow graduate to your right. This pin is a symbol of your hard work, determination, and accomplishments. We are all proud of you and thrilled to welcome you to our alumni family. Wear your pin proudly, and congratulations, class of 2014. Go Huskies!
So I could tell that this is going to be a really innovative class because of all the commencements I've been to. It's the first time I've noticed those that are on this side of the aisle going across and pinning the people on the other side. So you're a step ahead. Congratulations. Thank you, Ryan. Honorary degrees will now be conferred. It is now my pleasure to introduce Cy Sternberg, Chair Emeritus of the Board of Trustees of Northeastern University.
Mr. President, the Board of Trustees of Northeastern University authorizes the conferral of honorary degrees upon the following candidates in recognition of notable achievement in their respective fields. Wade Davis II, for the degree of Doctor of Public Service, escorted by Trustee Barbara Lean and Corporator Mark Vachon. James Todd Smith, LL Cool J. For the degree of Doctor of Arts, escorted by Trustee Nani S. Burns and Vice Chair Catherine McHugh. Janet Napolitano, for the degree of Doctor of Public Service, escorted by Vice Chair Emeritus George Barakis and Vice Chair Alan McKim.
Thank you, Chairman Sternberg. It is now my pleasure to to call upon Northeastern University trustee Barbara Eileen to escort the degree candidate and corporator Mark Vachon to join me at the podium.
Wade Davis II, selfless champion for inclusion, courageous advocate, true hero of a sport. Even as you found great success in the arena of sports, your contributions have extended far beyond the field, making a significant impact on society. After retiring from football, you found your calling, acting on the realization that the closed culture of sports could be liberated by athletes with the courage and credibility to speak out and educate. You spoke out and more. You are helping to shape the cause of bringing tolerance and inclusion to every playing field through your leadership of global organizations such as the You Can Play Project.
Thank you. Wade Davis II, in recognition of your exemplary dedication to the values of inclusion and diversity, Northeastern University is pleased to bestow upon you the honorary degree Doctor of Public Service. And now I would like to present you with this diploma. And now it is my pleasure to call upon Northeastern University trustee Nani Burns to escort the degree candidate and Vice Chair Catherine McHugh to join me at the podium.
As a teenage rap artist of remarkable talent and vision, you transformed yourself from James Todd Smith to LL Cool J, a pioneering recording artist who would spark hip-hop's ascendance into the world's musical mainstream. While achieving the highest level of artistic and commercial success in music, you deftly broadened your reach to inspire and entertain millions as an actor, author, advocate, and role model for a healthy lifestyle. Your deeply held commitment to the young has propelled you to found organizations and programs that expand opportunities for achievement in arts, education, and youth development.
Thank you. LL Cool J, in recognition of your limitless gift for creative expression that energizes, educates, and entertains, Northeastern University is pleased to bestow upon you the honorary degree Doctor of Arts. Trustee Burns will now vest you with the hood. Make yourself smaller. And now I'm going to present you with this diploma. It is now my pleasure to call upon Northeastern University Vice Chair Emeritus George Barakis to escort the degree candidate and Vice Chair Ellen McKim to join me at the podium.
Janet Napolitano, exemplar of service to our nation, transformative leader in education, and standard bearer of common good. From the practice of law to the practice of leadership in government and in education, you have been driven by the values of justice and equality, of opportunity to make our society stronger and more equitable. First, as Arizona's governor, and then as U.S. Cabinet Secretary, you proved yourself a far-sighted leader and thinker, forging policies that have made the world a safer and more secure. And now, as president of the University of California System, you offer an expansive vision of opportunity and innovation in higher education, informed by well-honed grasps of what is possible.
New glasses. Janet Napolitano, in recognition of your lifetime of accomplishment in advancing the common welfare, Northeastern University is pleased to bestow upon you the honorary degree Doctor of Public Service. Now you'll be heard by Vice Chair Emeritus George Barakis. And I would like to present you with this diploma. Thank you. It's not easy to get it right. Vice Chair Barakis, it's easier to be in the pharmaceutical business than this business. Our commencement speaker comes to us from the highest stratum of government and also academia. She is one of the country's foremost public servants, having served as the Secretary of Homeland Security after serving as Governor of Arizona. Today, her talents for leadership are applied to the presidency of the University of California System. Her devotion to justice and effective public policy are an inspiration to all young people seeking to dedicate their lives to serving the public good. She is indeed an inspiration to us all. Please join me in welcoming our commencement speaker, your commencement speaker, Janet Napolitano.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President, members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, students, staff of Northeastern. Thank you to my fellow honorees I had the pleasure to spend some time with over the last evening and today, and to family members, friends, and guests of the Northeastern community who have joined us here today. What a great Husky nation you have. More importantly, thank you and congratulations to you, the class of 2014. What an honor and privilege to celebrate with you today. Give it up. Now that you're on the verge of leaving Northeastern, this is the time to ask yourself a few serious questions. Without Rebecca's, where will I buy chicken fingers? Without Symphony Sushi, where will I take my dates? Without Connor Larkins, where will I meet up with my friends? Just saying. Now, I don't know the answers to these fundamental questions. What I do know is something about what you learned during your time at Northeastern. You learned how to think critically. You learned about new ideas and whether or not they resonated with you. You met new people from all over the world, and you learned from them too. Many of you spent time in a co-op placement, one of the nationally recognized hallmarks of a Northeastern education. And some of you are about to start your first jobs with these very employers. Others, going to law school, medical school, graduate school. Some of you are simply taking a big step into the unknown, making up your future as you go along. Yeah. And your parents hope you get a paycheck while you do it. In whatever it is you decide to pursue, I want you to keep one thought in mind. It's not how much you make in life, it's whether you make a difference. It's not how much you make, it's whether you make a difference. Now, if you listen to the national dialogue, you'll find some talking heads questioning the purpose of a college education. They think that the point of a university is essentially to operate as a jobs program. My view is different, and I think yours is too. Yes, employment is an important objective, but employment must be meaningful to you, to the people you love, and to the greater society in which we live. You don't go to a university so you can punch a clock. You go to a university so that you can be in a position to make a difference. That's you can make a difference. Now, maybe some of you saw a viral video of a slam poetry performance a few years ago. The poet's name is Taylor Malley, and he asked the question, he's talking about teachers, and he asked the question, what does a teacher make? And he answers it not with a salary number, but with a riff on the differences that teachers make in students' lives and in society by educating the next generation, keeping the doors of the classroom open. So, let's ask ourselves, what difference does a Northeastern graduate make? Northeastern graduates make sure wounded soldiers receive the best possible medical care. Northeastern graduates do it. Northeastern graduates help ensure that the transportation system of Boston is safe. They make sure our energy resources are preserved and enhanced. They make sure that those who come after them have access to the same educational opportunities that they did. And remember, it's each generation's obligation to help the next generation along. So the list can go on and on and on, because Northeastern has such a distinguished history. Northeastern graduates can make a difference. You are in a position to make a difference, and now it's your turn. Whether your first paycheck comes from Goldman Sachs or from a graduate student fellowship, the point is making a difference, and that is why those of us on the stage are so excited to be here with you. Now, commencement speeches are hard to write. Maybe someday you'll have to write one. They're really tough. You want to get your diplomas, you want to go to lunch, you want to get an aspirin. I know that. So I could give you lots of advice, but I'm going to narrow it down to one point. And that is, beware the tyranny of the straight line. Now think about what you see when you're walking in Back Bay in late spring and you're looking out at the Charles or looking out over Boston Harbor in the summer. You see lots of sailboats. And if you watch them skimming the whitecaps, you will notice something important. Sailboats do not glide through the water in a straight line. They tack. They zigzag from here to there. And that's how they move forward. So in 2064, when you're wearing a golden robe and you return to Northeastern for your 50th reunion, my hope for you is that you will look back at the decades that have passed and see the twists and the turns, the tacking, that are the hallmark of a well-lived life. Now, I walked across my own undergraduate commencement stage at Santa Clara University in California in, a number of years ago. And I had no idea of the future that lay before me. I didn't have a job. I hadn't decided to go to graduate school. I knew I wanted to do something in public service somehow, somewhere. But the journey was just beginning. And the journey has taken me in places no one would have identified then. They would not have identified that I would go to law school and move to Arizona, a state where I had never lived. They would not have identified that I would be in private law practice, but that President Clinton would ask me to be a United States attorney in Arizona. They would not have identified that I would decide myself to take the biggest risk, and that is to run for political office myself, and I hope some of you do, because I think you can do it better. From Attorney General to Governor, 2 terms, well, 1.5, and then service in President Obama's cabinet. And then as president of the largest public research university in the country and perhaps the world, the University of California. Talk about zigging and zagging. That's a zig and a zag and a zig back. But the point is always moving forward and always thinking about not just yourself, but the difference you make for your family and friends, for your community, for the society in which you live. I would say that it has been an exhilarating ride, and I would not have traded it for all the foresight and predictability in the world. Watch for the tyranny of the straight line. Stay alert to opportunities, especially the unexpected ones that will move you forward. After all, you may notice, those of you who sail, that when a sailboat tries to go straight, it's often caught in irons and it slows to a stop. You want to move forward. You want to make a difference. I'd like to close with a final story, and I selected one from one of Boston's favorite sons. A little more than 50 years ago, John F. Kennedy first articulated the idea behind the Peace Corps, and he did it on a visit to a university campus. It wasn't this university, it was Michigan, and Kennedy was not yet the president. In fact, it was 3 weeks before the 1960 presidential election. He had just arrived in Ann Arbor. As 2 o'clock in the morning, he was greeted by 5,000 students. Students are often up at 2 a.m. in the morning. And these students were just like you, bright, energized, ready to go, ready to take on the world. And Kennedy looked at those students and he asked them this: how many of you are willing to contribute? How many of you, he asked, are willing to contribute part of your life to this country? To work as doctors overseas, to travel the world for years in the Foreign Service. And then Kennedy took a pause. And he said, this college, this university, is not maintained by its alumni, by the state, merely to help its graduates have an economic advantage in the life struggle. There is certainly a greater purpose. I think if you were to ask the leadership and alumni of Northeastern, or more importantly, your own parents and family, what it is that they dream for you, they would say the same thing. There is a greater purpose. There is a greater purpose to why you are gathered here today, poised to take on the world just as those Michigan students stood poised to serve 50 years ago. They would say, make a difference. And they would say, don't be afraid of the zigs and the zags that will take your boat, your sailboat, further. I'm looking at you right now. You look good. You do. And I will tell you, I know something about this university, and I know the kind of education you have received. It's a world-class education, and I predict in 50 years there will be a long list of the differences you have made for those in your family, your community, your nation, and around the globe. Northeastern graduates of 2014, go forth, make a difference. I expect nothing less. Thank you very much.
That was terrific. Thank you so much. Men and women of the class of 2014, the moment that you have been waiting for all morning and working toward through the years of study is now here. The degrees and course will be conferred. Mr. President, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates assembled here have qualified in all respects for the degrees and course. They have successfully completed curricula offered by the several schools and colleges of Northeastern University and have been recommended by the faculty and the Council of Deans to be awarded appropriate degrees in recognition of their academic accomplishments. The candidates will be presented to you by the academic deans. After they have been presented, members of the graduating class in each school or college will please remain standing until their degrees have been conferred. I would now like to invite Nadine Aubrey, Dean of the College of Engineering, to come forward.
Candidates for the bachelor's degree in the College of Engineering, please rise. Mr. President, it's my great pleasure to introduce the class of 2014 engineering candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degree of Bachelor of Science or Bachelor of Science with specification in engineering. Congratulations to all students in engineering and very best wishes for a very bright future.
I would now like to invite Hugh Courtney, Dean of the Demore McKim School of Business, to come forward.
For the bachelor's degree in the Demore McKim School of Business, please rise. Mr. President, it is my great honor and privilege to present to you the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degrees of Bachelor of Science in Business Administration or Bachelor of Science in International Business. Congratulations to you all.
I would now like to invite Terry Fulmer, Dean of the Bouvet College of Health Sciences, to come forward.
Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree in the Bouvet College of Health Sciences please rise? Mr. President, I have the exceptional good fortune to present the future surgeons, nurses, therapists, clinicians who have the health of this nation in our hands. They are qualified for the degree of the Bachelor of Science and the Bachelor of Science with specification. Congratulations.
I would like to now invite Larry A. Finkelstein, Dean of the College of Computer and Information Science, to come forward.
Will the candidates from the bachelor's degree from the College of Computer and Information Science please rise? Mr. President, I have the pleasure of presenting to you those candidates who have qualified in all respects for the Bachelor of Science degree and the Bachelor of Science degree with specification.
I would now like to invite Xavier Acosta, Dean of the College of Arts, Media, and Design, to come forward.
Candidates for the bachelor's degree in the College of Arts, Media, and Design, please rise. Mr. President, it is my pleasure and my honor to present the candidates who have qualified for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Fine Arts. Congratulations.
I would like to invite J. Murray Gibson, Dean of the College of Science, to come forward.
Would the candidates for the bachelor's degree in the College of Science please rise? Mr. President, it's my honor to present you the nimble, natty, knowledgeable, neo-cool, no-nonsense, neat, numerate, no way nervous, not nerdy, not nebulous, not novice, and nix narrow-minded. These are the newly minted Northeastern graduates for the Bachelor of Science and the Bachelor of Arts. You want? Your honor? You can be one.
I would now like to invite Uta Poiga, Dean of the College of Social Sciences and Humanities, to come forward.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor in the College of Social Sciences and Humanities please rise? We laud you for your commitment to making a difference in the world through the study of culture, society, and politics, and through your commitment to taking on leadership roles in all kinds of organizations around the globe. Mr. President, it is my great pleasure to present to you the degrees for the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science or Bachelor of Arts in the College of Social Sciences and Humanities who have qualified in all respects for their degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of this university, I confer upon you and all those who have properly qualified the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Science with specification, according to the department in which you have qualified, with all of the honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining. Graduates, I salute you. Congratulations.
Will the graduates please be seated? It is now my pleasure to introduce one of Northeastern's a cappella groups, the Northeasters.
Feel my way through the darkness, guided by a beating heart. I can't tell where the journey will end, but I know where to start. They tell me I'm much too young to understand. They say I'm caught up in a dream, that life will pass me by if I don't open up my eyes. By me.
So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost. I tried carrying the weight of the world, but I only have 2 hands. Trying to find my way to travel the world, but I don't have any plans. Wish that I could stay forever this young, not afraid to close my eyes. Well, life's a game that's made for everyone, and love is right. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost. All this time I was finding myself, and I didn't know I was lost.
Well, let's hear it one more time for the Northeasters and the backup group. The faculty marshals will now present the graduates to the platform in order to receive their diplomas. We ask that all the graduates return to their seats following receipt of their diplomas and to please remain seated throughout the rest of the ceremony. I'd like to ask that all family and guests also to please remain in the audience until the graduates have recessed.
More. Someone said we're done. Look like we're done.
I'd like to ask all the graduates to please return to their seats. Will all graduates please rise? Will all candidates who have received their first degree today please shift your tassel to the left side of your cap. And from now on, whenever you put a cap on, make sure the tassel is on the left. Please now join the Northeasters in singing the alma mater. The words and music are on the back page of your program, and we invite all Northeastern University alums in the audience to stand and sing the alma mater with us.
Alma mater, here we throng and sing your praises strong. Your children gather far and near and seek your blessings dear. Fair memories we cherish now and will forevermore. Come, let us raise our voices strong.
Please be seated.
Please be seated. Now, between you and the partying, there is a long speech or a short speech. What do you prefer? That's what I assumed, a short speech. So I'm going to deliver my charge to you, and it's going to be very short. Our honorary degree recipients, you heard them and you know about them, are shining examples of the idea that when we empower others, we too become empowered. From their fledgling steps to the great strides of their careers, they have touched the lives of countless people along the way. Class of 2014, this is now my charge to you. As you continue on your journey to empowerment, remember that this journey is not only about you, but also it is about your impact you will make on the world, as our commencement speaker said. And as you embark on your journeys, Northeastern will always be a guiding star for you. It will always be your home. Graduates, I salute you, and I want to tell you something. I noticed that this year, we have less beach balls from before. So, let me tell you, it is time for us on the platform to have fun. Graduates, I salute you. I'm going to the beach.
I'd like to ask the audience and graduates to please remain seated and wait for the marshals to lead the graduates in recession. Let's hear it one more time for the class of 2014.